Well, hello, hello, hello. Who's in the house? Who's in the house? Who's joining us live? I'm so pumped up. There's a powerful guest we have. You can already see him. Before I introduce you to him, or allow him introduce himself briefly, I would like to know where you're joining us from. We're one global family. Let's know where you're joining from. And please invite someone. Just help us send this link to someone. I'm just going to do right that. Help us send a link to this live show to someone. We're talking about a very powerful topic, conflict resolution in marriage. I'm really looking forward to discussing this topic with our guests in the house. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Let's know where you're joining us from. Let's know your name, where you're joining from. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who is in the house already? Pastor D from Zurich is here. Hey, Pastor D, always good to have you on. Everyone that's joining, please help us to share the link. Help us to share the link. Help us, help us, help us. Who is in the house? Let's share the link. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Powerful topic we have today, conflict resolution in marriage. Surely you know someone that needs to hear this talk today. Please invite them. Invite them. You're welcome to live your best life. This is the platform where we talk about everything that affects every kind of relationship, in order to empower you to have way more productive and profitable relationships. Remember, on our platform, we believe that you are as strong as your relationships. All right, let's dive in. Pastor Sam, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so good to have you. Please introduce yourself briefly. I'm going to read your bio to our guests, the way you want them to know you.
Okay, thank you so much, Piero. It's great to be here. My name is Samuelson Saje, but popularly known as Sam Saje. I'm an entrepreneur, a media entrepreneur. I'm also a pastor and a relationship coach. For the past 8 years, I've headed the marriage counseling unit of our church. I've been doing this for a while. I major in on the media end. I major in we've run different kinds of shows, but specifically for today, I want to say that I'm a pastor and I focus on relationships and marriage, and I've been doing that actively for the past 8 years.
Wow. 8 years of experience, guys. You can't go wrong. I'm so excited. Get ready your questions. You can already drop them in the comment section. We'll take as much as we can. This broadcast is going to be between 25 minutes and 30 minutes. So let's maximize. Now is the time to throw your question in there, specifically on conflict resolution in marriage. Let me read. PS is what I would like to call him. Let me read your bio so people have a bit more understanding of what you do and who you are. So Sam Samuel Saje is a multifaceted leader, educator, and media entrepreneur with a passion for inspiring growth across faith, finance, productivity, and the creative enterprise. With a rich background in entertainment, business, and media, he empowers individuals, especially young creatives and emerging entrepreneurs, to unlock their potential and 10x their impact. As the pioneering CEO of Red Eye Studios, Samuelson is the operational engine and visionary force behind transformative initiatives such as the Millionaire's Kit Challenge, Red E Contest Show, the Wise Man Show, Advantage, 10 Times Conference, Wisdom for Wealth, and Rush Film Academy, among others. He serves as a pastor, just like he already told us, at Calvary Bible Church, Festac, contributing significantly to thought leadership on family life, purpose, and development. He is also a regular facilitator at the Entrepreneurship Academy Festac and sits on the board of multiple organizations across different sectors, including NGOs. Whether he's facilitating strategic classes, building platforms for African artists to monetize their music, nurturing creatives, or guiding people through decision-making and emotional intelligence, Samuelson brings a rare blend of heart, depth, clarity to everything he does. He's especially passionate about helping people start strong, equipping them with capital, opportunities, facilities, and training future that is both impactful and sustainable. Wow, what a complete package we have tonight. I like the aspect of helping people start on their journey in the creative. But like you said, today we're talking relationship. And the
Yes.
first thing, our topic actually is conflict resolution in marriage, fighting strong, fighting better, right? So
Yeah.
what is conflict in marriage? What is conflict? What are the causes of conflicts from your point of view?
Awesome. So when we talk about conflicts in marriage, conflicts arises from when two people do not share the same view, when there are contrasting views, contrasting opinions, sometimes contrasting approaches to an issue, an ideology, or a way of doing things. So when two people do not agree, basically, conflicts can arise from that, right? And when it comes to marriage, I think that conflict in marriage is normal. People think conflict is a bad thing, but conflict is normal. It's normal as long as two people are interacting and they are doing things together. Conflict is going to arise because when two people interface, there's bound to be friction, and so it is normal. Piero, I know, or I guess that you are currently in Switzerland, right?
Right. I
Yeah,
am in
and
Zurich.
in Zurich.
Shout out from Zurich. It's
Awesome,
warmer.
awesome. Yeah,
We're happy. It's warmer
hello
now.
Zurich.
Hi, was
Awesome. So I'm in Lagos, Nigeria right now,
right,
and I know that you have a community around you in Zurich,
right.
in Switzerland there. Now, it's practically impossible for me to have conflict with the people in your community that I have never met because we are not interfacing. So when there is no connect, when there is no contact, there can't be conflict. But the fact that you people are interfacing, two people are in contact, there's bound to be friction, and then there's bound to be conflict. So in marriage specifically, I want to say that some of the things that causes conflict is that um, we can allude to the fact that we have two different people who were raised from two different backgrounds. They are
Mm-hmm,
wired differently, they are emotionally shaped differently, and they are
mm-hmm,
carrying different expectations.
mm-hmm.
So conflict is bound to occur. Conflict is normal, and those two people will naturally disagree.
Mm,
Conflict is not bad in itself, but it becomes dangerous not because it
mhm.
exists, but because of how it is handled.
I agree.
Handled.
Powerful, concise answer. I like the fact that you mentioned if there's no contact, there won't be friction. And that is the friction that then bring conflict based on the differing worldview. That this is just my favorite way of looking at it as well. That two people coming from different, walks of life, raised differently, different culture, like you
Yeah.
rightly pointed out in the illustration of Switzerland, how you can have friction with anyone here because there's no contact, there's no relationship. So, needless to say, what actually causes conflict is some kind of level of relationship.
Yes. True.
Powerful.
True.
That's powerful. That's so powerful. Everyone joining us, welcome. You can see how strongly we've started. Please share this with as many as you can. Ask them to join us live. If you're watching live, thank you. I'm always excited about the live watchers, even though I know majority of the watchers watch afterwards the replay. But if you're joining live, help spread the word and let's bring hope now to the world together. So let's move on to the real deal. How then can we resolve conflict in marriage?
Awesome.
What are the
Awesome.
right processes?
Awesome. So when we come to resolution of conflicts in marriage, before we dive into the deep end, I want to say that conflict, if handled properly, can be healthy because it fosters understanding, it deepens intimacy, it improves communication. So people get
Mhm,
to know themselves better,
mhm,
right? But if handled poorly, it can damage the relationship further. I also want to use this illustration to say that when we approach conflict, it is possible for me when we approach conflict because we have differing views. It is important that we know that it is not about who is right or who is wrong
yeah.
because it's just opposing views or differing views. So if
Mm,
we're sitting across from each other, and I write 6 as in a typo form, like it's
Mm-hmm.
typed.
Mm-hmm.
From where I'm sitting, it's 6, but the person sitting opposite me is seeing it as 9. And we can be
Uh-huh.
shouting at the top of our voices, arguing. We are both right, but we're just seeing the same thing differently. And it's our point of view that now determines what is happening. So that could be a source of conflict. It's not about who is wrong or who is right. It's about our different views. So when it comes to marriage, I want to say that one of the things we have established the fact that conflict is normal in marriage. One of the things that I want to say is that married couples must know that um, conflict 69%, according to the Gottman Institute, 69% of conflicts in marriage will never be resolved. They will only be
Please
managed.
go again. Go
69%.
again. Repeat. How many
Yes.
percent did you
So
say?
69% of
Wow. Let's just
conflicts
make
in
it
marriage.
70.
Okay, so let's make it
I
let's
love
make it 70.
approximation. Wow.
Awesome. Of conflicts in marriage will not be resolved. They will be managed. So we have to find a way to manage them properly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so when we come to the aspects of conflict, I want to say that when there is conflict and and both parties are upset, there is a high possibility that rational thinking goes out the window,
True.
because when conflict arises, there's a hormone called cortisol that begins to rise up, and it inhibits the logical um, thinking faculty of a person. We don't have the time. In our
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurship classes, we usually run entrepreneurs through a system that explains and shows them that when there is high pressure, which conflict brings on the brain, logical reasoning is suspended as a result of the activity of that hormone called cortisol, right? So we must understand that logical reasoning goes out the window when there is conflict. And the response to a rise in cortisol is fight, flight, or freeze.
Mm.
Fight, flight, or freeze. And most times, these are the responses that people give in conflict situations. They
Mm-hmm.
either fight back, or even if no one is fighting them, they now become the aggressor and they fight.
Mm.
Or they take flight, they run away from the situation. They don't want to address the conflict, they don't want to discuss it, they just go away from it. Or sometimes they freeze, they do nothing. Some people begin to stonewall. But
Yes.
all of this doesn't solve conflicts. So because of our time, I would quickly do what I did is I have a model for resolving conflicts, and
Okay.
it's the acronym fight well. Fight well.
Wow.
So F is going to stand for focus on the issue.
Okay.
Focus on the issue.
Focus on
Couples,
the. Are
yes,
you guys?
focus on
Are
the
you all writing your notes? Welcome to class. Continue, please. Yes.
yes. So
Focus on the issue.
yes, we're saying focus on the issue. Couples must realize that when there is conflict, the issue is the issue. The
Mm.
partner is not the issue. You
So
are
good.
not the issue. The
Yes.
issue is the issue.
Issue.
Focusing on the partner as the issue is an error.
Yes. I agree. Powerful.
Hello, PR, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Pierce. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes,
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
I love it. The last thing you said, just to be sure, is focus on the issue. The issue is the issue. Your partner or your spouse is not the issue.
Awesome. Awesome. Your
Powerful.
partner or your spouse is not the issue. Now, most times in conflict situations, it doesn't look that way. It looks as if your partner is the issue or your spouse is the issue. But please, let's understand that the issue is the issue, and so we must focus on the issue. That's the first
So good.
thing I want to say.
So good.
Secondly, I in fight well is identify emotions. In conflict
Mm,
situations, emotions are rising.
mm,
Emotions are rising.
mm,
Emotions are rising. So you want
mm,
to ask yourself, what am I really feeling? What am I really feeling? What fear is beneath this anger? What am I
Mm,
really feeling? And what
mm,
fear is beneath this anger? Identify emotions. If you can
mm.
name the emotion, most times it will be easier to put a lead on it or to be able to walk around it. Right?
Right. Right.
I'm glazing through. Now the next one
I love
is
it.
the next one is G in fight well. The next letter there is G, and it
Mm.
is give respect. Give respect. Now, in
Give.
conflict situations, you must give your partner respect.
Mm,
Even during disagreements,
mm.
there should be no insults. There should be no insults. There should be no mockery, and there should be no threats.
Powerful.
There should be no insults. There should be no mockery, and there should be no threats. Respect must remain intact in conflict situations. Piero, can I go on?
Yes, please. I just don't want to. I'm writing down the points. I don't want to interject you.
Awesome.
So the
Awesome.
G is
Now,
give respect. I love it.
yeah,
I'm
give
copying you.
respect.
I'm taking notes.
Oh, awesome. Wow, wow.
Yes, yes. And I advise you
Awesome.
guys to take notes because you know what? I tell people that what works for one relationship will work for other relationships as well.
True.
We approach relationship holistically on this platform at Hope Now. So we talk about all aspects of relationship, parenting, work relationships, intimate relationship. So this is powerful. I can see that the principle of fight well can actually be applied to other relationships as well. So you've talked about focus on the issue, you've talked about identify emotions, you've talked about give respect, and now we're on H. So we're really taking notes.
We're on hit. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. And Pierre, I must say I like the way this platform is coined. Live your best life. I mean, it
Yes,
resonates so well with me. Live
yes,
your best life. It's an amazing one.
yes. Live your
All
best
right.
life.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So H, hear each other out. Hear each other.
Mm,
H,
mm.
hear each other. Each
Here
person,
is uh,
yes, hear each other. In a conflict situation, each person deserves uninterrupted expression. Now, this
hi.
might be a little bit difficult.
Yes,
Yes, I realize that this might be a little bit difficult, especially from experiences that we've had speaking with people. There
in
is
counseling.
the yes, counseling. There is the urge to interrupt the other person when the person
Yeah,
is saying something that you think is not right. And so,
you don't
I
agree
mean,
with.
it's you don't agree with, right? Um, but we must understand that we need to hear each other out. We need to
Yes.
hear each other out. It's very important. Very
I
important.
usually
I'll
tell my
move on.
clients, just a,
Yeah.
a tip. I usually tell my clients that as a house rule, we don't interject, we don't interrupt, we don't insult. However, if your partner is saying something that you have a comment on or you have
Yeah.
a clarification issue with, write it down while they are speaking. And when it's your turn, you can start with that. Just so that
Awesome.
somebody out there will understand that, yes, it happens that you don't agree with what they're saying, but interjecting and interrupting is exactly why you got into needing intervention, right? You did.
Amazing.
So it works. It works really like magic. Please go
True.
ahead. I'm enjoying this.
True. True. So, um, we'll take the next letter, which is T. The
Mm.
next letter is T, and it is take responsibility. Take
Take
responsibility.
responsibility.
Take
Powerful.
responsibility. What do we mean by take responsibility? Or what do I mean by take responsibility? I mean own your part.
Mm-hmm.
Own your part. Even if it is
Powerful.
5%, even if
Mm.
it is 10%, even if it's 2%, own
Mm.
your part. There is a high possibility that
Mm.
somewhere along the line you may have contributed to the escalation of this situation.
Mm.
So you must own your part in this crisis situation, right?
Powerful.
Then we look at W. W is we work toward resolution. We want to
Work
toward
towards
resolution.
resolution. Powerful.
Please, we must understand that, like I said, studies have shown that the study I quoted earlier from the Gottman Institute shows that 69% or 70%, as PR said, we should approximate,
Approximation.
yes, of these issues may never be resolved, right? But
That's mind blowing.
we are working toward resolution. So
I,
in working towards resolution, we're looking at what solution serves both of us. What solution serves both of us? It's not
powerful.
that we're not trying to make the other person do 100%, 100-degree or 360-degree turnaround. Why I am not moving, I'm not giving in, I'm not doing anything about my own self. We are working toward a resolution,
I love it.
a resolution that works for both of us. And then
I
the
love
next one is extend grace. Extend grace.
extend
Extend,
grace.
yes, extend grace. Extend grace.
Extend
When we talk
grace.
about yes, when we talk about extend grace, I believe that marriage requires mercy because people fail, people misunderstand, people react emotionally, and people make mistakes. They are not
Yes,
perfect. So we should extend grace in conflict situations. We
I love
should
it.
make allowances for people, right?
I love it.
It will help in the conflict resolution process.
Mm-hmm.
And then L, we should learn from the conflict. We should learn
Learn.
from the conflict. Yes, learn from
Learn
the
from the
conflict. We should learn from the conflict. Because every
powerful.
disagreement can teach communication, it can teach boundaries, it can teach emotional triggers, it can teach expectations and deeper needs. Life is lived forward but understood backwards. So if we
I love
look at
it.
the situation, we will be able to tell what was the trigger, what
Mm-hmm.
were the issues. So there's a lot that we could learn from the conflict. We should learn from every conflict. And then the
I
last
love
L is that we should love through the process. We should
mm,
love through the process. We
we
should
should
love through the process. Conflict
love.
should not erase, we should love through the process. Conflict should not erase affection. It shouldn't erase kindness. It shouldn't erase friendship or commitment. We should
Powerful.
love through the process. So this is just a little way of resolving conflicts in marriage constructively with the acronym
Pow-
Fight Well.
powerful. I'm just gonna read it back to you so you were sure I got it all. Fight well means focus on the issue. Then I means
Yes.
identify emotions. G means give
Yes.
respect. H means hear each other out. C means take responsibility. W means work towards resolution. E means extend grace. L means learn forward. I'm not sure I got this right. Learn.
From the conflict.
Learn from the conflict. I have a dilemma that I write and I can't read my own writing. So I wonder how I graduated actually. Learn.
It's common with highly intelligent people. PR.
Well, I managed to get some degrees. Well, L means learn from the conflict.
Yes.
And the other L means love through the, I can't see what I wrote. I wrote it. Love through the what?
Through the process. Love
Through the
the process.
process. I know it's a PR. I didn't know what else I wrote. Love. Wow. This is
Love through the process.
Yes, you're coming back. You're coming back in Jesus' name. If you want him to come back, drop in. Then we still have like 6-7 minutes with him. Drop it. Say, P.S. Please come back. P.S. Please come back. P.S. Please come back. Please let him see how passionate you are about his return. The return of P.S. Come back, please. Come back, please. Come back, please. Wow. This is so concise. Sorry, you were about to say something.
Thank you so much. No, I said, when you said the return of PS, it sounds like a hashtag. I mean, it's amazing.
Yes, hashtag return of PS. Let's look at the questions. I can see a number of questions being thrown at you. I know you're capable.
Awesome.
We'll take 2 or 3. How can busy couples create time to communicate properly?
Okay, busy couples, how can they create time to communicate properly? I think they should schedule it. I think they should schedule quality time. They could do weekly, they
Yes.
could do monthly, depending on their schedules. But that time for communication should be communication time, and it should be protected. Nothing should be allowed to interrupt or interject.
I love it. I agree. That's what I normally say. They should schedule the time. So the next one, I'm actually showing them on the screen. How can couples avoid bringing past mistakes into every new argument?
Awesome. So when it comes to um, uh, bringing past mistakes into arguments. Sorry, I'm just trying to realign my
No
device.
problem.
Okay, when it comes to bringing past mistakes into arguments, I think it's a very, very, very toxic thing to do. I think it's a very bad thing to do. Sorry, past mistakes should be left in the past, especially if they've been resolved and they've been managed. We shouldn't bring them into the current argument. Avoid during conflict resolutions. We should avoid absolute statements like "you always do this." In doing that, you are triggering the opponent. Sorry, I said the opponent. You are triggering
Because
the
that's what it
partner.
is. Yes.
You are triggering the partner. You're turning the person into an opponent instead
Yes.
of a partner. Couples should fight side by side, not against each other, not face to face. So
Right.
avoid absolute statements and bringing up past mistakes
That's
into
powerful.
yeah.
That's so powerful. And one more question. There's a number of them. How can couples avoid bringing past mistakes into? Isn't that the one we just answered?
Yes,
I
that's
think
the one
that's
we
the one
just
you
answered.
just. Okay, I wanted to highlight another one. What
Okay.
role? What role does? Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. What role does pride play in destroying marriages? Because I have a case like that we're working on. It's so obvious that ego, pride is eating so deep. What role does pride play in destroying marriages, and what is the remedy? Is there a remedy?
Yes, there is a remedy, but the role, as regards the role that pride plays in destroying marriage, pride prevents apology, right? Pride prevents forgiveness, and so when you have these things, apology, forgiveness are absent in any relationship, it's heading for the rocks.
Wow. Pastor Sam, come back. I think we lost his connection. We lost his connection. Anyway, guys, we've kept it real today, or no? Thank you so much to all of you who joined. Unfortunately, I think we lost the signal, but we did get as much info. He's back. He's back. We have you back.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. I'm glad you made it back.
Okay,
I
so
was just telling them. Okay, please
yeah,
continue.
so I
You were
said
asking
pride
a question.
prevents apologies, and
Yes.
it also prevents forgiveness. Now, when these are absent in a marriage, the marriage is headed for the rocks. Also, most marriages suffer not because of the absence of love, but because of the presence of ego. So if the ego is too big and pride is so huge, I mean,
That's powerful.
it's a big issue. So humility in addressing conflicts, two very important ingredients: humility and courage.
I
Courage
love it.
to face the issue head on, not the person, the issue.
Yes.
Courage to face the
Yes.
issues head on, and then
Yes.
humility that enables one to apologize or admit their own errors when
Yes.
it is necessary.
I love it. I love it. Courage to face the issue and the humility to actually be willing to change or work on the issue. That's powerful. I really think
Yes.
we can end on this, even though there's a lot. It's like we've just started, scratching the surface of this topic. I really know we will bring you back very soon. Sooner, maybe even the next edition, we'll talk and check our schedule with yours. But meanwhile, thank you so much. You've kept it
Thank
real,
you.
you've kept it straight to the point, and you've kept it very impactful. I know this Fight Well acronym is going to stay with me forever, even though I've been using it, but without the articulation that you brought to it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Any last word that you have for our live viewers today? Those who are watching replay, that's also for you, of course.
Awesome. Thank you, PRO, for having me. I mean, this is amazing. I want to say to everyone, this platform looks like something that is all rounded to make your life easier and better. Live your best life. A lot of people don't even live up to 50% of their lives. So let's stay glued to this. I think we should watch it, and I think we should keep following Live Your Best Life and follow PRO. She's doing an amazing work across the globe.
Thank
That's what I have for today.
Thank you so much, PS. Thank you. What's your
Thank you.
social media handle? Maybe we can drop it in the comments below. But do you want to tell them just off head, how do they find you on Facebook?
Samuelson Saje. Samuelson Saje. Sadje. Saje. Across board.
Is it the same on Instagram?
Yes, it is.
Guys, yes, go follow him. I know that you know already you need him. He's very concise. I like his style of handling relationship. Very tricky topic, conflict resolution. We're going to continue in some form very soon. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Please come back. Tell him, please come back. Type it. Please come back. PS, come back, come back, come back. Next time, we're looking forward to see you. Thank you, everyone that contributed, everyone that joined from the US, from Nigeria, from Europe. Thank you so much. Please, let's spread the news. Share the link with as many as you can. Keep watching, live your best life, and have a great week ahead of you starting tomorrow. Love you guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.